were two spots actually that I quite like in Yio Chu Kang. One is actually the Ang Mo Kio West Garden. It is actually a fairly old garden, but it has been renewed and refreshed recently. I did a couple of runs in the garden. It's actually not as easy as it seems. It's a small space, but there were ups and down slopes as well. So the run actually does work you out pretty well. And of course, that's a place where we can actually have residents mingling and connecting. The other place I like a lot is the town center, which is just across the park. It's always bustling. It is one of the old town centers, but which has got the flavor of a heartland and has got everything that you need within reach. So these are the two places that if there are visitors to the constituency, I would strongly recommend they take a stroll, enjoy the greens, but also enjoy the bustling and activity of heartland just across the road. I think at the end of the day, where we're deployed, it's really the party's prerogative. What we need to do as candidates is to have the heart to serve and to continue to do our best wherever we are. They understand why I decided to step forward, because at the end of the day, they do realize that this is really for Singapore. And as Singaporeans, they believe that we should continue to do our part for the country. Having come from a more underprivileged and humble background, and having seen us, even as a family, moving from a third world standard of living to a first world standard of living, they do appreciate that as Singaporeans we do need to do our part. So they are supportive.
Are they worried about
well, I think the important thing is not to take those things to heart, because at the end of the day, there is a difference between interacting with a person directly and doing hearsay. So they are supportive, and what's important is that they know that I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and that gives them a lot of comfort.
The best place right now is we've got a brand new CC that's just been set up. We've really worked very hard for this over many years. It also houses a 40-stall hawker center, which has also got a strong social entrepreneurship bent as well. So I would recommend our visitor to attend that CC, attend the hawker center because that's become like the heart of our ward, as it were. And soon we're going to be coming up with activities. We already have a theatre there to cater for our residents. We just screened, we had 50 movie screenings, for example, of all classic Singapore movies for our elderly residents. It went on really well. We are intending to have more and more activities in the CC as well. We've got even not just a cooking classroom, but a culinary studio. I've seen it. It is really, really very advanced and great facilities for our residents. So I think that's something I would recommend visitors to come to experience the vibe that's Ang Mo Kio GRC. What makes me qualify for politics? I can't answer that question without sounding too arrogant, but I can say that I would hope to be able to serve the people. I have spent time understanding them. I have spent time trying to understand the issues they're dealing with. I've spent time also working with grassroots leaders, and I believe that through what I've learned from working with our MP, from working with the grassroots leaders, I think I've built up a series of experiences that I think will allow me to help and allow me to contribute to the community and to society at large. My family, I think that my wife has been very supportive of this. You know, we spoke about me entering into this arena, and she understands where I'm coming from. She understands my desire to serve. So for my children, I think they used to ask, or they used to get a bit upset when Daddy had to go off and do work at night, and they used to ask, "Oh, why have to go off and do work? Where are you going, Daddy?" But now they just say, "Oh, Dad, you go off to work tonight?" I said, "Yep, okay, see you." So they've gotten used to it. I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but they've gotten quite used to it. But they understand. They know where I'm coming from, and they know that this is something that means a lot to me, and something that I would like to do in terms of giving this service to the residents and the community. I think my wife will joke with me and tell you that she knows I spend a lot of time in the kopitiams in our ward, because before grassroots work and after grassroots work I pick up some meals there. There's a great prawn noodle stall in 644. She's a bit concerned I spend too much time there, because she's worried, hey, don't eat too much because you have to watch your health. But I think that's what I would recommend. Come to the coffee shops, come to the hawker center, and experience the vibe that is Ang Mo Kio GRC.